Very excited to have our next guest on. I got a couple projects I'm working with him on, but he's got a new movie that dropped. I'm very excited. Please welcome back one of the best to ever do it, Hibbeler. How are you, Hibbeler?
Yo, what's going on, guys? Thanks for having me back. Hello to Swarm. Just a great audience. Just my favorite audience, so I'm glad to be back.
Thank you, Hibbeler. Your studio is amazing. Look
Oh,
how look how deep that goes. It's fucking fire, bro.
NASA made me the studio. Doesn't that
Oh,
look?
that's amazing, dude. That's
Yeah, it's
amazing.
real. It's real.
So Hibbler, you're well known for this show. You've had some of the best moments here at Heil Hibbler and all that stuff, and that will live in infamy. But for those who may be tuning in for the first time, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and where our listeners can find you?
Sure. Yeah, thanks, Sam. I'm Sean Hibbeler. I've been making feature films for about 4 years now, but I've been doing videos on alternative theories and conspiracies, if you want to call them conspiracies, for over 10 years now. And I just started my new network, the Enlighten Network. So I finally have a team. I'm not solo and fucking struggling for my every fucking film I make. So the Enlighten Network, it's a great team. We're going to be doing a lot of things together, including projects with you, Sam, as you mentioned before. So
Very excited about these projects. We'll get into those a little
oh yeah,
later.
yeah, yeah. But no, it's overdue, man, because it's very hard to do these things by yourself. Traveling by yourself, filming by yourself, everything by yourself, A to Z in a film project by yourself. And now it's kind of like, man, I got a good team around me that has more experience than even me, and they're teaching me things along the way. So, this is our first film. Climate Trails is the Enlighten Network's premiere film, and it's already out on climatetrails.com. We just got an email saying that it should be on Amazon Prime by the end of October.
How did you get Climate Trails? Like, how is that still available?
What do you mean? Oh yeah, no one's ever used that
Unbelievable. When
terminology.
you get one of those, you're like, how did nobody like Chaos Twins? Nobody had Chaos Twins. I'm like, how is that possible?
Well, I try my hardest, man. Sometimes it takes me days of literally thinking and manifesting. What should I name this film? And I think at one point on one of your shows back in the day, you got someone, maybe it was Johnny, that's like, man, I love these names you come up with for these films, and it's like it's a lot of work, man. Like
Believe it. Yeah.
it has to be perfect. And I thought Climate Change was perfect because the people that are like climate change looking for something, it could pop up. And so someone, so it's kind of a combination where, and it's playing on the words because chemtrails and the climate actual changing is caused from this. So
Of
it
course.
meshed, yeah, it meshed well, man.
I mean, it's kind of crazy. I forget. I think Tim Pool just had on that Theo Von knockoff. That the guy who seeded Texas, like
Oh yeah,
Yes,
they,
yes.
right? Just a
Yeah.
Theo Von knockoff.
Yeah.
And I think they went at it a little bit. But before we get into that, can we watch the trailer for your new movie?
hell yeah, let's do it.
Go.
Okay. How's it going, XG?
It's not playing it?
No,
No,
it
No,
looks
no,
frozen.
fucking
I have it here for you. Just want to, here,
XG has one job.
I'll give it a shot. Let's see what happens.
YouTube hates me,
Good
so
point.
I blame YouTube.
Oh yeah, but didn't you know they're gonna let everything go
There
now?
it is. We'll see.
When the threats started coming, I realized I needed to leave. And again, I had no plan, I had no job. I was very scared, and I came out in a time that I knew, regardless of what happened to me, I was going to be on the right side of history.
You can no longer call something a conspiracy theory when Harvard, Bill Gates, and a CIA director are all calling for these programs to start.
We have barium and strontium and aluminum and nanoparticles. I think some of these technically incompetent politicians don't understand what a nanoparticle is.
Don't you want to breathe clean air?
What I do see is massive evidence that we are exposed to an immense chemical soup of man-made poisons.
It's going into our water supply, it's going into our nose, it's going into our mouth, it's settling on our skin.
If you just take the time to look up, it becomes undeniable.
We, the people, have not consented to being test subjects.
Your own government's doing it.
They're spraying us like bugs, like cockroaches. That doesn't raise any flags? That doesn't make you think? Scratch your head? What's going on?
Poof! There's all the aluminum. over this concentrated area.
You have everyone looking up at the sky. I mean, it's literally over our heads.
Yes, sir.
Very cool.
Dramatic music. I liked it, dude. That was a really well done trailer. I mean, that gets the whole thing right there in 3 minutes.
I mean,
it was amazing, dude.
Trailers are, the way to sell a film. And even if the film's free to the audience, I've done a couple projects like Old World Order was free to the audience because of the executive producer's decision, right? It doesn't matter to me about that part of it. It matters to me about the trailer. I live and die for these types of things because I've done trailers for other companies. Sneeko had a movie called Dust that was on Movies Plus, and they quickly like, hey man, can you make this trailer? I'm like, hell yeah, let's go. Like, I watched a short film, I put it together. The trailer's great. I love doing trailers because that's what really makes people go, I have to see this. I have to see this. And that's just a small, obviously, sample of the film, but the film I put together and my team put together, obviously, it's like, you guys know, when I make these types of films, they're not for us. We know about chemtrails. We know about geoengineering. It's for our neighbors. The ones that are like, you guys are fucking lunatics. You guys, those are contrails. It's like, okay. Now, and granted, there are other chemtrail documentaries that people have made in the past. I personally just feel, I'm not shitting on them, but it's just they're not put together in a way where I can show someone that doesn't believe in it. They're put together in a way where it's advanced information.
Yeah.
It kind of drags a little bit, and it's like I have to make something that can literally change humanity. But it's hard in this, in this conspiracy realm. But for me, geoengineering is different, guys. There's over 32 states right now that are in the process of banning it. 3 states, I believe the third just banned it, but for sure Tennessee and Florida completely banned geoengineering. And Florida added a section to their policy that it's a felony if you get caught spraying.
Nice.
The problem, though, it is nice for sure for the awareness part, Johnny, because I think it's up to
it legitimizes it, right?
It does. It brings it to the forefront. But when you look at the actual rules of the board, so we can all agree that, let's just pick on Florida. Or actually, Tennessee is easier to pick on. Look at from border to borderline of Tennessee, from state line to state line all over. That's Tennessee, right? The ground we stand on is Tennessee. So that's legally, you're in Tennessee.
Yeah.
So what about above you? What's legally Tennessee?
Like 10,000 feet, right?
I think it's 4,000.
Yeah.
2 to 4,000.
Isn't that insane?
It's insane. So everything above there is federal airspace. So they're still spraying these states. And it's like, well, what the fuck are we supposed to do? Well, what I think we need to do is get it banned, and it's going to take a while, but get it banned in all 50 states. Now it's banned in all 50 states. Now collectively, the states can look at the federal government and go, what the fuck are you guys doing? Because when you see someone like RFK Jr., and I think this was like maybe 6 to 8 months ago, he tweeted a picture of chemtrails, and he wrote the tweet that said, we are going to stop this. Really? Because it would take you a fucking day. It literally would take you a day to chase down one of these bastards where they land and arrest them on site. They're doing nothing, as you guys all know. They're doing nothing to stop this. And they're the ones in control of it all. And this is why, and most people don't know this, but I'll tell you, Kristen Megan, the military whistleblower, probably one of the most popular people. Yeah, there it is. But Kristen Megan's...
Look at that, dude.
I know. We are going to stop this crime. Yeah. Good luck with that.
Look at that, dude. It's unbelievable.
Kristen Megan, the whistleblower that's in this film, when I first called her to be a part of this, she was the first phone call when I'm like, I got to do this project. She said no. She's like, I'm not. She goes, I turned down Mickey Willis. She goes, it's no offense. She's like, I'm not doing anything like this that could destroy me. And I don't know if it was part fear and part I want to move on from that part of my life.
Because I was about to ask if she's already a whistleblower. What is she destroying? You mean like her actual life, like her
possibly
her privacy?
Possibly, but I didn't really get into why with her. It was kind of like when she said no, it was just like my whole world crushed. I'm like, fuck, I got to start going after who else am I supposed to talk to? So I'm like, if you know anyone, Kristen, let me know. She put me in touch with a few, but within 2 weeks later, she calls me. I'm like, why is Kristen calling me? I'm like, what's up, Kristen? She's like, I'll do it. I'm like, what? She's like, I'll do it. She's like, I thought about it. You're the only guy I trust with this. I'm like, what? I'm like, oh shit. And I flew her to, I'm like, you know what? Yeah. Do you want me to come to you or do you want to come to me? She's like, I'll come to you. I was like, I'll fly you to Texas right now. And boom, she was here. And we actually went to my buddy Tanner's house, Flat Earth Millionaire. He's got a huge, huge palace. So I'm like, this will be a perfect backdrop. Let's go. And yeah, it was great, man. Her story it's so moving to me. I could have technically made this an entire Chris and Megan movie. I mean, she was talking for so long, but I got to split it up, man. Because, state rep in Tennessee, Monty Fritz, he's the first guy in the history of America, history of the world, to ban geoengineering. He's the guy, right? He got it passed through the Tennessee legislation, and he pretty much forced Governor Bill Lee to sign this. He had so much support behind him. I mean, he was working his ass off. And I don't know who he is. So I contacted him, and he's like, come on down to Tennessee. Let's sit down, man. And his story too. It's the hell he went through and the ridicule that he went through to get this banned. But now you see the copy. All these states, more than half the country right now is trying to do what Tennessee and Florida did. And I think it's a good thing, guys. Obviously, the naysayers are like, that does fucking nothing. They're still spraying Tennessee.
Then what's the problem? If it does nothing, if it doesn't exist, what's the big deal? Just go ahead.
I mean, it's a step in the right direction. There's just people out there that just, I don't know if the term is black pill. I think that's a CIA term, but it's just like, they're just negative nannies, dude. They just like bitching, and they just, and it's almost like they don't want anything to get better just so they can bitch.
You're so right, dude.
This is like a giant step forward. Where this leads to, what's the next step? Nobody knows. But once you get enough of these states involved, then you can start going, okay, why are we only controlling 4,000 feet above our thing? And then you can start taking the federal government to task. I do think that's important. I was saying this before. It's like the days of just paying attention to politics every 2 years and every 4 years is done. Like, you can't do it. You have to figure out a way to be involved in everything. And, your school boards, your city councils, that's where the real power is. And you have to show up to these things.
Yeah, in the film, Sam, Justin Harvey, if you guys know Justin Harvey.
Yeah, he was on the show.
Yeah, We Are Change Orlando is his section.
Yeah, he's great.
I actually flew him to Texas as well because Florida banned it. So he lives in Florida. He was actually the main guy that pushed for the fluoride ban, and he worked his ass off for a year going to all the city council meetings to get fluoride out of Florida, which is now out of Florida. Thank God for him. So I'm like, man, you know what? As much as I'd love to come to Florida and hang out with you, it's already banned there. So can you come to Texas? Because I kind of want to ban where I live. And I'm like, let's just do a city council meeting out here. So we went to somewhere. It was a few hours away from us. We drove for a while because it was the only one that lined up on the day he was available. So I flew him here. We went to, I think it was Benbrook, Texas, just in the middle of nowhere. And, it's kind of the reason I put him in the film in that process, because I want people to copy him. I want people to go, oh, look what this guy did in his local city council meeting. Look at the response he got, where they were actually like, that's a very important point to bring up. Thank you. And no one was like, you're crazy. He was going to town, and the way he did it in the film was spectacular. So it's kind of a two-part system in a film where people could take something home with them. One is how Justin did what he did locally, because it starts there. You have to start locally in your own town. And then also Catherine Sari, the lady that had the chemtrail pilots arguments back and forth, and she went completely viral for that. She actually explains in the movie how you can track these planes, guys. They're not as secret as you think. For instance, example.
Where do you go? Where do you go to track them?
The app is called Flight Radar 22, I believe. Flight Radar 22.
247, right? Is it? Or is it?
It's in the film. I think it's Flight Radar 22.
24.
Yep, my bad. Flight Radar 24. So it's an app you download, And now everyone can imagine this. You see American Airlines in the sky at cruising altitude, which is far up there. We barely see it. Somehow we see Starlink 200 miles away. But so you see the cruising altitude plane. You're like, oh, it looks like, they're going somewhere. Let's pull up the app and see where that plane's going. You will look at the plane. You touch the plane. You'll see it literally above your GPS location. As soon as you touch it, you see its route. Okay. So the route itself is all we can all imagine, leaving from Boston and going to Chicago or something, right? You'll see a straight line. Makes sense. Okay, well, that's normal. You'll even see that it's Southwest Airlines or something. Okay, that makes sense. But then you see that motherfucker that's up there spraying, and you're like, okay, hold on.
It just starts doing this.
Yeah, dude, that's what's crazy. As soon as you click on it, it's just spiraling in a huge circumference of the state. And that's their contract. So what you do is, and she explains it way better than me. I'm probably fucking butchering this, but you on the app itself, it'll tell you either the registration number or the plates or something like that. And then you go to the FAA website, the registration website, and you paste it in. Now, all the information on that, the pilot, the owner of it, where they're landing, the whole operation is there. And then on top of that, you could take that information from the FAA website and you can go and put it on a different website. She explains everything where you literally can see how to press these fuckers. And then obviously her story of arguing with them and just walking right up to them and just fucking hammering them. That's another thing. Let's do this, people. Let's put a team together where imagine for a second that every single pilot that's spraying us, when they land, there's 100 people waiting.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that's another way to do it, guys. And that's really not even a violent approach where it's like, you shouldn't be saying that. This is terrorism. No, it's not. We know what you're fucking doing, dude. And we also show in the film that what is it? Weather Modification Inc. is one of the main hubs that has these contracts in every state in America. And what a name to call your company, right?
Yeah. Unbelievable.
Well, dude, so much of this comes back to what you talk about in the film, the revelation of the method. I mean, it's like obvious that.
Correct.
It's obvious. And I love that you brought that up, by the way. I was curious if that was going to kind of, and I'm glad that you dedicated some time to that because
it's true though. Yeah. As we all know, that's true. They have to tell us what they're doing. And it's in the name itself, it's like Weather Modification Inc. But when you go to their website, you can go to Weather Modification Inc.'s website and go to job listings, right? Current job listings, click here to apply. When you go to pilot, in the description of the job that they're trying to hire you for, it tells you that you have to be discreet. Full discretion. You cannot talk about what you're here for.
Oh shit!
I thought it was a pretty.
I thought it was gonna be DEI, like they only want black females spraying.
No, but you know what? And because people go, do they know? Do these chemtrail pilots know that they're spraying us? I think that most of them might, man. I really do.
I mean, not that it matters, but is the pay well? Because one of my homies,
looking for a job, Johnny. XG, is he looking for a job?
Well, because one of my homies that can actually. He can fly a plane, but there's no jobs for him to actually go be a pilot for like Southwest. So I'm wondering if you get paid just to fly around. He loves it. He literally claims he loves it. It's really pricey. So I'm wondering if they're doing it for the love, but yet they don't know that they're literally, like he says, you don't know.
Right.
I don't know how much they know.
I said I think that they all know, but because of the discretion, right?
Hey, dog, I found a job for you, man. Go to this website, weathermanipulationinc.com, dog.
Well, hey, Sean, so
hi, dog.
I had heard that
you're gonna make the kids gay, but hey, dude, gotta get paid, dog.
I've heard that there are commercial airliners that are also dispensing this shit, and they're unwittingly, perhaps. But you didn't seem to present that in the film. No. I'm curious, what have you found about that?
I didn't. I didn't. It's not that I looked my hardest to try to find if that's true or not. It's one of those conspiracies, in my opinion, that. How am I supposed to prove that?
Exactly.
What am I supposed to say about that? So to me, that is a conspiracy. No, obviously we could all agree chemtrails and geoengineering, not a conspiracy at all whatsoever. And over 30 states will agree with us. But at the same time, something like that, Johnny,
I thought it was brilliant too. The way at the very beginning, you had someone say, hey, persistent contrails are also a thing. They last for hours. It is a thing that happens because immediately you just disarm anybody who comes in and says, hey, it's all contrails, man. NASA.gov, check it out. Mm-hmm. So I think you were very tactful, I think, in what you chose to cover.
What are we told that they're doing? What is their excuse for why they're doing it?
Stratospheric aerosol injections.
But what does that mean?
technically it's to block the sun in a sense, the harmful UV rays. They have
Unbelievable,
they have
dude.
different excuses with all, and this was mentioned in the film too. I'm kind of requoting it, but with all conspiracies, as soon as you start talking about conspiracy, you're labeled as crazy. It's written off. Nobody's going to talk about it in the mainstream or publicly, where you're just written off, where people like us only talk about it, right? And then it gets denied. They keep denying it. And eventually when more people wake up, they admit it. But what they do is they give you another conspiracy of why that's happening. And this is where we get into stratospheric aerosol injections, blocking the harmful rays.
It's so dumb.
It is. And the UK just announced, this was recently, that they're going to block the sun. They got green light on that. They got a green. So, yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, people are going to believe the new lie. Oh, they're just blocking the sun to help skin cancer, and they're going to move on with their fucking day. And that's the problem. They just believe it. They're like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
So insane. They're psychopaths.
Yeah.
Here's a question. Okay, so this was kind of the obvious question for me when I heard some of the people talk about staying indoors, on these days where they can see that it's happening. Are we in a world now where we should be wearing a mask outside on these days where there's this shit in the air? Like,
Johnny, don't you dare, you asshole.
No, never.
Oh, okay. But there are people literally in your film saying like, hey, I don't go out on the days where because I just feel
it's not that was Josh Nelson. It's not that Josh said that he doesn't. It's that when he sees them spraying, it makes him not want to go outside.
Okay. So, but there's nobody, you didn't encounter anyone who's like wearing a mask because of this. Is that right?
No, not at all, man. And that's the thing. This is why I had Dr. Andrew Kaufman in the film.
I love him. I want to get him back on.
Yeah, he was great.
Yeah. If you need me for that, I'll call him right away. And
yeah, I have his number. I want to get him back on. Good. I love talking about how viruses don't exist and watch Johnny squirm the whole time.
But he broke down. He broke down in the film how to detox.
How are you feeling today, Sam? Out of curiosity.
Yeah, a lot of 5G.
Okay.
A lot of 5G getting cranked up. They're spraying the skies, Johnny.
He was just on the road.
On the road. I'm working hard.
Last week you were sick too. That's weird how that works.
Yeah, Johnny.
Not a fucking game, man. It's sad, but to go back to Kaufman, he broke down in the film how we can detox, get this metal out of our brain, out of our system. And I was shocked to learn that cilantro is one of the biggest things. Now, yeah, I mean, we all like Mexican food. I like cilantro in my Mexican food for sure. Like, I'm like double that shit now. But at the same time, it's more of like the extract. I mean, you really need a high dose of it to fully detox.
But he said it's like a natural chelating agent, which means it literally like cleans your blood, right?
Correct.
Which is
it gets the metal out. But another thing people don't realize it's not just that we're breathing in poison and it's making us sick and docile and all this stuff. Because, aluminum, strontium, barium, these are kryptonites for humans, right? It's not good for us whatsoever. But I think it's another side of it to me where the actual aluminum itself is replacing calcium in our bones. It's replacing, iron in our bones. Because it's coming, especially a pregnant woman, which is, Ariana Masters goes over that in the film of what exactly it's doing to the baby inside the stuff, because the baby's growing. It needs the mom's calcium, the mom's iron. It's taking these important metals for growth. And if the mom's breathing in all this, foreign metals every day of her life, it's replacing that. And that's what I learned. Like, I learned a lot by making this film. In no form or fashion do I call myself a chemtrail expert. This is why I sat down with them. And I learned along the way. I'm like, holy shit, that makes sense, man. That's why, miscarriages are so high nowadays. And I kind of put that together where, if you can't properly build a baby in your tummy because of these metals that are just being contaminated in through the fetus, and but it's still with us too. Look at osteoporosis, Alzheimer's, all these diseases that 30 and 40-year-olds are getting now. Can you imagine 100 years ago telling someone like, well, I don't even think Alzheimer's was really a thing 100 years ago, but even like 30 years ago, we all knew that Alzheimer's, dementia, that's for 70, 80, 90-year-olds ish, right? Like that's normal. It shouldn't happen. It's sad when it does to someone. Grandpa's got Alzheimer's. He's usually a grandpa by then. But now it's like 30 and 40-year-olds are getting it. How? Why? Well, this is why. And it's that important to me that we stop it. So
I couldn't agree more, dude. I couldn't agree more, dude. All this stuff is unnatural. All they're hitting us with vaccine metals. They're spraying the skies. I mean, it's so demonic that people can't even put they can't wrap their mind around it. So Trump has this big speech about, of course, vaccines heavy on Tylenol. Heavy on Tylenol. It's got to be the Tylenol. Can't be the metals that you're pumping into your baby. It's got to be the Tylenol.
Can't be the vaccine that he introduced to the world.
Yeah, it's got to be the Tylenol. Tylenol's. Do you see what Tylenol's really tweet reaction to it was?
No, they had a tweet.
Yeah, basically it was like, "Shut up, release the Epstein files."
Are you serious?
Are you serious? Johnny, you got to find that. There's no way. Are you serious?
I don't believe that.
Like blue check mark Tylenol, or are you making?
I don't know, but some put it out. Let's
Probably
just believe
Tylenol
it's
Jones
true.
or something like that.
Let's just believe it. Okay,
Yeah, let's live in that
enjoy
world.
it.
That's true.
Let's
I'm not even
just
gonna.
believe it.
Yeah, let's
Okay?
not.
Johnny, try to find it though. Go
Really?
to Tylenol
Okay.
Twitter, see if you can find it. Anyways, so RFK Jr. Is coming out saying vaccines are harmful, and then you add Tylenol on top of it. You're going to cause you could cause some damage. Well, now all these crazy ass white liberal pregnant women are on video taking Tylenol. Why they're pregnant? I have no clue what has happened that women and men, and we'll say dads too, just so the chicks don't get mad at me, are willing to sacrifice their primal principle, which is protect your child at all costs, for a political to stand on certain sides of a political
I'll show
argument.
you. Yeah.
It's so crazy to me. Why is that happening? Why are you so rewind 5 years ago, CDC says, take this vaccine. It's going to save you from you have 100% chance of not getting it, right? You have 100% not getting COVID. Everyone believed it. It's CDC. We got to trust CDC. And then the CDC comes out and says vaccines can cause, along with Tylenol, we have to add Tylenol. They have to do it. Can cause autism. And they're like, fuck you. I believe in science. And you're like, the mental gymnastics to do that is like insane to me. It's just insane. I just don't understand it. I was saying this the other day. Like you listen to Joe Rogan was talking about, he said 1 in 12 have autism in California, right? My daughter does. If I said to you that if you go to this park, this kid's park, there's a 1 in 12 chance your kid could get kidnapped, what percentage of people will go to that park? I would say 0%. Yeah, here we are again. This it's the old saying, it's easier to fool someone than convince them they've been fooled. And the amount of arrogance about their ignorance when it comes to certain things, everything is seen through a lens. So you have right now, what's his name? Who's the hot chick that you and I debate whether she's hot or not? The actress, Johnny. You remember there's that one actress?
Yes. Oh, damn. Jennifer Garner.
Jennifer Gardner's daughter.
Garner,
whatever her name is.
It's Garner.
Her daughter is like represents the United States at the UN. She is now trying to pass a rule that everybody in the UN has to wear a mask.
Jeez, that's stupid.
They're trying to bring that back now?
Man. Well, she is.
Jesus, man.
She never let it go. She's just wearing masks the whole time.
It's just absolutely insanity to me. It's absolutely insanity to me, dude.
I don't
Here
think
it is.
anyone's gonna fall for that again.
Dude, are you? I mean, Johnny, I'm saying this to you. Will you look this up? The daughter's pretty hot too.
Yeah, I remember we played this too back when it first happened, and it was. I mean,
like this has been her. This is when you're a rich kid. This is all you care about. Is like fighting windmills. It's just fighting windmills. It's just shadows in the cave. I mean, it's like insanity to me. Like, so the reason I bring this all up is
Jeez.
Yeah.
Man, I never thought I'd see that word again. Mask.
An ongoing pandemic? Like, what are we talking about?
And you would assume she's ugly, which she's not.
She's not. She's a rich. That's her problem. She needs something to fight for when she wakes up in the morning because everything's been given to her. She's a gorgeous girl. She's rich. She can have anything she wants in the world, and this is what she needs to give her purpose.
I'm sure she's making a lot of money for doing this. It's not like she's doing it out of the goodness of her heart.
But to bring it back around, oh, look who texted me right now, Ben Swan.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Yeah. So bring this back around. So, like, I live in California, right? How are you going to convince these rich kids that the powers that be are spraying your skies? And it could be a giant part of why these fires happen.
Correct. Yeah, aluminum is very flammable.
Like, how are we going to convince these rich kids of this? I mean, their city burned down and nobody's calling for this bitch's fucking head.
I think the only way to really convince them, in a sense, is to blame the climate change. You know, they're so big on climate change. And it's like, well, this is why the climate's changing, you fucking retard. And to try to bring them along the lines of it where they don't have any clue on what climate change is, why it's happening. They're just repeating the mainstream narrative. But it's hard, Sam, because those types of people, especially in Cali, it's almost like we can't wake them up to anything. And it's like they don't even want to, even if they could.
It's like talking religion with that type of person. It really is.
Yeah.
You were in Texas. You saw, was it a hurricane or that tornado that happened? Were you talking to those experts before that happened? Was that weather modification? Was that
no? You talking about the flood?
Yeah, that crazy flood.
You're talking about that guy that Sam was just talking about, the guy,
Jim Lee,
the ripoff Theo Vaughn, right?
Oh yeah. Let's get into that, dude. Let's get into that discussion.
But to answer real quick, to answer XG's question, that happened after I was pretty much done with production.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And yeah, I mean, but I did see the radar, and that we all know on the radar system, well, I can't say any now, but most storms are moving. They're moving along, and this one literally over Texas just didn't move. It just stayed. I've never seen anything like it. I've just never seen anything like it. I didn't even know that was possible, especially in Texas. It's always, you get a nice wind breeze and stuff. And that storm just fucking stayed above that territory and flooded them out. And that's scary, not fear mongering, but that's scary, man, because if they can do that to just one town, I mean, they could do that every day in every town if they choose.
Yeah, it was like the flood that I got trapped in South Carolina that time in 2013, 2012 or whatever. It was just this system that just stopped over South Carolina, and they called it the 1,000-year flood because these things are supposed to be good for like once every 1,000 years in the United States. And we just had we've had like two since then. It's crazy.
And it's the same thing, Johnny. It didn't move. It
just didn't move. Yeah, it was. They had a name for it. It was I can't remember what they called it, but it was just
asshole.
That, and you could just see it. Just yeah. I mean, it sucked. And I mean, it devastated South Carolina. It was. I lost my car, and it was terrible.
Yeah, I mean,
the cloud seeding guy, Sam, did you see? Because I didn't see him on Rogan. I can watch that probably tonight. I didn't know that was going on.
Well, here's my issue, and this is again
or Tim Pool.
Yeah, it was Tim Pool. How it's like so crazy how we lose our minds on some things, and then we just don't care about other things. It's like crazy to me, like. We just lose our minds on Jimmy Kimmel getting canceled, and everyone's like, oh my God, I got all my friends are doing videos. Oh my God, the times we're living in. You're like, dog, they burned your city down. You didn't do one video about it. You didn't do one video saying what the fuck just happened. Nothing. So this kid in Texas, this Theo Vaughn wannabe looking motherfucker, which I think is a patsy, says he seeded the weather, the skies 2 days before 120 miles away. And dude, you don't have to have any kind of doctrine in weather to know that our ecosystem is perfectly balanced. And when you whack something over here, it's the butterfly effect. You're going to feel it over here. How's that guy still walking? How's that guy still alive? 100 Christian kids died. What are we doing?
Well, he's protected, obviously.
Obviously, and that's what this is, this weird thing about these elites. They're just above the law. It's almost like they were put here solely to regulate and manipulate us.
Well, what do you guys think about? Because I get asked this all the time. I mean, I've been doing a lot of podcasts the past couple of weeks for the film, and the number one question I get all the time, and it's hard to answer, but it's, aren't they breathing in the same thing?
That's a great question.
It is, and what I'd like to hear your guys' response.
It's funny. I was going to ask you that because it is the obvious question. I'm not surprised you get asked.
Okay.
My default, look, it's not that I'm right, but my default answer, as conspiratorial as it might sound, I'm sure your audience can still somewhat agree with me, but we don't see these elites, especially the bigger bosses. We don't see them walking the streets. We don't see them all the time, and it's like one side of the conspiracy is. We all agree that there's underground cities, right? We all agree.
Yes, that's a good part. That's a good point.
There's underground cities. And now some of us agree, maybe not all of you guys, but some of us agree there's more land outside of Antarctica. And a lot of these leaders meet in Antarctica, and who knows where they go after that. So, I mean.
No, I'm with you on that, but I mean, I think it's a little simpler, and I don't think they give a shit.
Really?
That's my opinion. I mean, dude, real quick, look how many of these elites kids are trans. I mean, they're making the frogs gay. You know what I'm saying? Like
globalists.
Wait, so you don't think these transhumanist freaks who all they care about is life extension care about?
Well, Johnny, take this video I just sent you. I tweeted it. I texted it to you. Will you play it real quick? And this is what I'm talking about.
I think it's more likely, by the way, that they have some kind of.
Here we go. But go to the top. Don't show the whole tweet. There we go. Now, okay, then hit it. Then do that. Okay.
Vaccine hesitancy, videos that cause a public health risk. Where do you want to see YouTube do better?
Well, first of all, we've taken responsibility.
We should say we didn't say who this is. Former YouTube CEO Susan Wojcicki. I can't do Polish names.
Well, the whole point of this, I don't want to watch all of it, is that this woman, she banned what says over 1 million COVID videos, working directly with Biden and Fauci. And I would probably tell you, and this is they're well crafting this, and they're throwing everything on Biden, and Trump was right there too. Trump is the vaccine daddy. Okay. Trump, we got Fauci working for Trump too. Like when Google came out and said, "Oh, the Biden administration, they came down on us and they made us censor all these people." Bullshit. You were doing it during Trump too, because that's when I lost all my shit. Okay, I was getting hundreds of thousands of views, and then I got down to 10. That was during Trump, because it was following Hillary Clinton hijacking the election, the primaries from Bernie Sanders. So the reason I'm showing you guys this, if you want to listen to a little more, we can. But go on.
Very seriously, it's been one of my top priorities, and with regard to COVID and with regard to vaccines, that has been a top priority for us. And we have a number of different ways that we address that. So first of all, we want to make sure that if there's information that violates our policies, we came up with 10 different policies around COVID. Then if that's a violation of policies, then that's something that we'll remove. We removed over 1 million videos associated with COVID.
Have you talked to the Biden administration at all about vaccine hesitancy or vaccine misinformation?
Well, we did an event actually with the Biden administration, including President Biden himself, with a number of creators, Fauci as well.
I wonder if there's anything that you see in the way that anti-vaxxers behave on the platform, if there are any data or insights there that could be helpful to people understanding where they're coming from.
I mean, we try to understand what are the different ways.
Okay, is this enough, or we gotta listen to all of it? We can if you want.
He's just gonna lie through.
Are you gonna? Okay. Do you want to do the big reveal here? Is this?
Yeah, here's a big reveal, and she died of turbo cancer,
non-small cell lung cancer.
Right. So I don't think they care. I think they'll sacrifice any of them for the bigger cause. So they get caught up in this as well.
Yeah, I'll add to that though, because as someone as simple as a doctor, meaning, I mean, it's a good position to have, but Dr. Kaufman, I'll pick on someone that informative, a normal guy, right, that knows how to detox from these metals. What do you think they know? What do you think they have?
100%.
There definitely is I'm not saying there's a magic pill to get this metal out of you, but if there's natural ways that us as the peasants of the world can detox from metals, they must know something else. They must know exactly how to keep it out of their system.
And I kind of get what you mean. Just like they keep fast food away from the systems. Like they know exactly what not to take. And you said there might be some medicine when you're a little kid. You're like, hey, just take this pill or these vitamins, these gummies. And since you're a little kid, you've been taking these gummies because your dad told you to take your gummies. Your grandpa's been taking these gummies. And it takes the aluminum away. Like you said, you don't know. You said, I don't think it's a magic pill, but it's a long-term pill where I think they're just in on it if they are in on it.
I think they know exactly what they're doing, and again, I still am a firm believer that they're when they're doing these mega operations to completely metalize a state or a territory, they're not walking outside breathing it in, man. They know better. They're the ones contracting it. I mean, Weather Modification Inc., and that's just one company, but there's multiple companies, and then you got the military, which Chris and Megan goes over. I mean, the military's involved in spraying us. NASA's involved in spraying us.
It's unbelievable, dude. It's unbelievable. When people find out that the military went to all these countries and made trade deals with them, the military made trade deals with them, that if they allowed them to put in a military base, they would have free trade with America and they could tariff America. It's like, and why they do that? Well, if there's no jobs in America, guess what people are going to do? They're going to join the military. Just like in the Middle East, when everyone hates these terrorists, oh, these fucking terrorist girls, they hate our freedoms. No, dude, they're just in an area where they're completely traumatized. Their whole village and their whole country's been fucking destroyed, and there's no economy, and the only job available is to join a militia, join a group that's getting paid to by the United States, by Israel, to cause chaos, and then when you've caused enough chaos, they're going to come in and kill all you.
Correct. That's a good point.
That's the game plan.
Yeah, they don't want to protect our country and our borders, as you know.
I mean, it's unbelievable, dude. I don't know how. Like, listen, dude, I don't vote, but I mean, I mean, dude, this next election may literally be the worst election of all time. I know we always say this is the most important one, and then we also say this is the worst one.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, dude,
I love that. What are we gonna get? We're gonna get JD Vance versus and I don't vote versus Gavin Newsom.
Yeah, I saw a story the other day said that they still want Harris and Buttigieg. Like, what are we talking?
Did you hear what Harris says? She's so hilariously awful. She's like, I didn't have enough time. You're like, well, you got the nomination when everyone normally gets the nomination. It wasn't like you got it like a month late. You got it when everybody else got it.
Also, you completely backed Biden the whole time. Like, you at any moment you could have said like, hey.
And dude, my favorite part is like, I couldn't. And she's on Rachel Maddow, and she's like, it's like, give enough rope to hang yourself, right? Give enough rope to hang yourself. She's like, I couldn't pick Pete Buttigieg because he was gay.
Boy, the left.
And she's just like, bonk. She's like, what? Yeah, because he's gay. Then she gets panic in her eyes, like, what'd she say? And I'm like, dog, we love gay candidates. Obama, Bill Clinton, George Bush Sr.
Bill Clinton is bi, to be fair.
He's the Andy Dick. He's the Andy Dick of the White House.
Anybody think Hillary's going to make a run for it again?
No, she's done, dude.
She's done?
She's done.
As much as Biden's done. Yeah, she's done. But you guys don't think the way our country's going and the way people are, I mean, look, man, people are waking up. We've talked about this for how many years? We're continuing to wake up. It's only going up. No one's going back to the bullshit. So that means process elimination will tell you that it's going to keep getting bigger, keep getting greater. You guys don't think in the next few years, with all that's going on in our country and all the stuff that's being exposed and the false flags, that there's not going to be someone that's going to at least attempt to run for office, like a normal person?
But the problem is everybody that they run is like compromised. I mean, like even Thomas Massey, who I like, I wouldn't doubt if we could see like this fucking heel turn. You know, I mean, right now, if you go, hey, dude, who do you guys really want? I think most people would say believe it or not, Thomas Massey and fucking either RFK Jr. or that Major Green chick. Like they're the ones who are like saying what everybody wants to hear, but it's like again, Trump did that to us too. They just say what you want to hear. The problem is we have no ability to get these fuckers out once they've betrayed us. That's the biggest thing. It's like when a guy's trying to get pussy, right? He just says whatever he has to say to get laid. And then afterward he's out and the girls go nuts. That's why we go nuts.
How soon after do you think we should be able to kick him out? A year in, 6 months in? Because let's say you promise something. I mean,
2 weeks. No, I'd say 6 months should begin the process.
Like another, like
if it's obvious that he's like completely, if they've completely 180'd on everything they promised.
But yet Trump's still in office, so I don't agree with that.
No, because there's no apparatus to do it. I'm saying there should be. There should be.
Did you guys hear the rumor that Blazarian's going to run?
Dan Blazarian?
Yeah.
No, that's
good luck to you.
Good luck.
Obviously, I'm not saying he's
on fire.
I'm not saying it's real or an impact. I saw.
Well, anybody could run. Hibbeler, you could run. That'd be fun.
I don't have the money to run. I don't have the money to run, guys. But Blazarian would.
He does. He does have the money to run.
That's my only point of bringing it up. Is when I was saying anyone outside of this controlled political realm that has the money to run. I mean, is it going to be Blazarian Fuentes? In office?
Oh shit!
Oh god!
I'm just saying. If someone's got the money to do their campaign, Blazarian's got silly fucking money, guys.
Yeah, but think about. I mean,
I've been to his house.
Think about all the times Bloomberg tried. Bloomberg got a blank check, and he's tried it infinity times. He gets nowhere.
I get that Israel would go against Blazarian and put probably $1 trillion into the opposing campaign. I get that. I'm not naive, but. I'm hopeful that there's someone that has money that has awakened that's like, I'm going to take this fucking on. I'm going to be the first to do this, probably since JFK, if that was legit, if he was just like a normal guy.
Here's the problem, man. Once you get in, it's dangerous, dude. And I think they find out real quick. It's the old Bill Hicks joke where they show Bill Clinton an angle that he's never seen of the JFK assassination. This time it will be Charlie Kirk assassination. They'll be like, oh, yeah, look at this.
Don't bring that up with me, man. I don't want to piss your audience off with my views.
Oh, dude, we're all about it, dude. Hold on.
I love your audience.
Okay. Hold on.
I love your audience, man. I'm not buying it. That's all. That's all.
Okay.
Politely,
We understand that.
I'm not buying it A to Z.
Well, I don't think anyone's really buying it.
We had somebody talk about A to Z. Funny you say that.
Well, you know what's so funny, Johnny? You're totally right. He did talk about A to Z. So fucking nuts. And it's so funny because we did this show with Joey Jaime, right? Jaime. And it was a great show.
Chaim, I think it is.
Chaim, Joey Chaim. And, here's the problem. The stuff that he talked about got us in deep trouble with I'm not even going to say his name. We'll call him RV. You know what I'm talking about? Johnny, you know what I'm talking about. The guy that got us a strike for 5 years.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah.
All right.
Oh, yeah, that
Don't
dude.
say his name.
I'm not, but you're talking about the dude with the movie logo from They Live?
Maybe. I don't know. But he was on and he was like, everything isn't what we believe, which is fine. But we got struck and it stayed there for like 5 years. We could
films of a certain former Soviet republic, if you catch my meaning there.
Yeah. So we have Joey on and he's going right down the same lines. And I'm like, oh man, I love this stuff, but YouTube's gonna pound us. And then, dude, literally the next day, Candace Owens comes out. Is like, I've seen the camera from that shot. I don't see an exit wound. And then, dude, the whole narrative starts to change. Literally, the entire narrative changes. Oh, this is the craziest part of the whole thing. And Austin Picard brought this up on my show the other day. So they're like, dude, his bones are so made of steel.
Got magic bones.
He's got magic bones. He's got bones of steel, right? And then the picture of the of the Patsy is in Dairy Queen. And what is the fucking movie poster behind him?
Superman,
dude. How crazy is that?
What about the monitor behind him with the Island of Valhalla?
It gets even crazier, dude. So I tell everybody, you want to understand what's happening with this shooting? Watch 2 movies. Snake Eyes with Nick Cage and then Arlington Road. So don't do not comes on the show, dude. Are you guys ready, dude? Are you guys ready for this?
I hope so.
Basically, dude, the Charlie Kirk shooting is the exact same plot of Snake Eyes.
Come on. Now I'm going to watch that movie tonight.
Dude, the guy shot, guess what his name is? The guy shot in Snake Eyes, shot in the neck.
Don't tell me.
Charlie Kirkland.
Get the fuck. Are you serious?
Yes. Guess what day the event happens? Guess what day he gets shot?
On a Wednesday?
September 10th.
Okay, now there's no way. Are you being dead ass right now?
Dude, Johnny, I'll send you this. You
would think they would base it on a better film than Snake Eyes, by the way.
No, Snake Eyes was great. Shut up, Johnny.
No, it's not.
Shut up.
Okay, I like
Snake Eyes is a
Good.
classic.
It is not. I guarantee you the reviews on that film are sub 50%.
It is a classic, bro. Wow. Don't you stop. And it fits in the mic.
I love Nick Cage.
None of my jokes get any respect. And I have this great bit about how Nicolas Cage movies are him telling us what the elites are doing. It's a classic bit, and I'm very upset that nobody respects it. Johnny, just sent to you. Will you look?
Yeah.
That is mind-boggling to say the least. All the research I've done the last week and a half on this, and again, I'll be the first to admit when I initially saw it, everything was legit. I mean, it's universal trauma right there. I mean, we all
100%. Look at this, dude.
Oh.
September. Oh, is that 19th or 10th?
That looks like the 19th. Yeah.
I can't tell. Look it up, Johnny.
What? I mean, how am I going to look up the date of this?
What was the date? You can. It's everywhere. I'm sure there's some movie poster.
Well, it's not. I mean, it's okay. If that's a real fight, I can look it up.
Okay. Well, it's not a real fight.
Well, John Ruiz. It looks like it's talking about John Ruiz there.
Fuck the time. Charlie Kirkland. That's what the name of the guy is. Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, and the place where he was shot.
So, are we going with the narrative that he got shot from the back? I don't know if you guys saw that where there's some guy that looks like a bush.
This is all I'm gonna say, and it's pissing off bots on Twitter. Free Tyler Robinson. Free that guy, because there's nothing, dude. We've totally moved on from the guy on the roof. There's nothing that puts that kid there. Nothing. There's an AI video.
Yep.
And we've seen now this is the crazy part, Hibbeler.
It gets crazier?
No, not crazier than Snake Eyes. That might be that dude. If I could pull that out of my ass, you guys would be like, oh my God, you're a magician. Here's the craziest thing. We've gone from Patsy. We were in our Patsy era. Then we went in the Magic Bullet era.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're in Men in Black military fatigue era. And this has shown up over and over and over again. Okay. So the first time I see it is in the San Bernardino shooting. And I've talked about this many times. I was at my old place. Me and my girlfriend were in our living room. Suddenly they're shooting San Bernardino. The media's there. They're interviewing people. And universally, they're all like, 4 men in black military fatigues walked in and started shooting everybody.
Jeez.
And I'm like, holy shit, dude, that's crazy. And then I watched in real time as the story changed. And then it became Middle Eastern man and his wife who just had a baby decide to go shoot up everybody. Watch that happen. Okay. Boston bombing.
Mm-hmm.
Right? The Boston bombing. Hey, these 2 Czechoslovakian dudes or whoever they're from, Kazakhstan or whatever, they're the bad guys, even though they have CIA connections. Their uncle was in the CIA, sacrificing the next generation of his family. But there's pictures of Black Ops Punisher. They have the Punisher logo on their hats and on their shirts running all over the Boston bombing, right? So that we got that. Then we had the Parkland shooting, okay, where the teacher is being interviewed by ABC. And I try to explain this to people and they can't understand it. Why does this make it to the screen? And I think it's nonlinear warfare to get us all to fight with each other. But the teacher says, all of a sudden, all hell breaks loose. I get my kids down. I walk to the door. I open the door, look down the hall, and a man in black military cop fatigue with a gun I've never seen before is shooting everybody.
Wow. It's unfucking believable.
And now we got this one. That a guy in a military mask and black military fatigue jumped up, bang, and then that's where they think he went down the tunnel.
So you're saying the Candace story is something you would agree with? Because
I'm saying is here we're in now the black military fatigue era of this story.
Well, I mean, I don't know if you guys heard, but that old man, the first suspect, he was at at the 9/11, and then he called in a bombing for the Boston Marathon. So he's always
Vegas
just
too,
there.
Right? Wasn't he a part of something to do with Vegas?
Or something,
but
he's always
that
around
guy's
there.
job was to run interference.
Well, why would you even arrest him? Because he had no guns on him. He
had no belt to keep his pants up. I mean, I know you're. I mean, my God, your pants are falling down.
That's
He's
a part
pedophile.
of the
You have to believe somehow that he's a pedophile. His pants got to be falling down.
Yeah, well, he got busted for that stuff, which sets up with the Vegas shooting, right?
I think all the moving pieces.
Oh yeah, Vegas has that stuff too, dude. Vegas has that stuff. Black military fatigue guys got on a helicopter, took off.
Yeah.
The only thing I didn't like, by the way, it's almost impossible to tell if it's the 10th or the 19th on this.
Yeah.
Johnny, just take the 10th and
I think
enjoy
it's the 19th. I just looked at the movie.
Because you hate fun. That's
no,
why.
I think it is.
God forbid I had a great.
Well, no, that's
moment.
important though. That's an important detail. It really is.
You think it's the 10th?
I think it's the 10th. He can.
Well, but I mean, I'm looking at the actual. I pulled the movie up on my phone and I found that frame.
It's hard to tell.
And
you know what I did?
It might be the 18th, actually.
No, Johnny, it's not the 18th. You suck.
You know what I didn't like? That whole Charlie Kirk thing about him being a superhero. They threw it under a miracle. So you couldn't question it's a miracle, Jesus. And if you questioned it, you're going anti. It sounded weird. Where he's a miracle. He still saved people after he died because technically they're saying that bullet should have gone straight through him.
Baloney.
And at least hit someone or kill someone, and they threw in the miracle thing, and now you can't question it because now you're questioning Jesus.
Well, isn't it the gun they said they used? Wouldn't that have blown his head off? I mean, none of it makes sense.
The only way
100%
it could have happened. Just looking for a plausible explanation. If it was deflected somehow and came in just well,
he didn't have.
Holy shit, dude!
What?
Watch this, dude. I'm gonna send you this, Johnny. Watch this.
It's not that him being his neck exposed.
No, it's after. It's already done.
Can't watch that again.
Watch
Johnny
this.
was the first one to watch it.
Nuts.
I got it in a push notification from Twitter, hey, watch this guy's neck explode.
which has never happened. Well, actually, that was happening with the train stabbing bullshit, and they're feeding that. It's this is the first time in my life that they're feeding it without it censored. I've never seen this.
Oh my God! Now I get what they're saying. It's so crazy right now, dude. Dude, it's literally everybody.
Can we all agree at least that this was a psyop of some sense?
Yes, of course.
Get my money back for that security. Honest.
I don't think Charlie Kirk
this is
needs
real.
it.
What are you guys doing? This is ridiculous. By the way, did you hear Steven Crowder has had a lot to say about this, about how he regrets not. He takes on face value, obviously, and he regrets not telling Charlie Kirk and others about all the threats he got that he just never published, and things that happened to him that he just because he didn't want people to be afraid. And he said that's the reason he stopped doing the tent thing is because he kept getting all these threats.
He kind of invented that, right?
Yeah, he did. No, he totally did. Yeah, that was his. He inspired.
Changed my mind. Yeah, it was that changed my mind. He just stand there and changed my mind, and it would go.
Which
viral.
I think Charlie Kirk did it much better than because Steven Crowder was kind of nasty. He was more about
Marlon, whatever his name is from the Fresh and Fit. He's
an
gets
idiot.
nasty too.
Yeah, he's an idiot. He does.
He's NSA.
I don't like that.
Johnny, let me ask you though, if you put Sam in Charlie's shoes there, and you're standing there,
please don't.
I'm not. I'm giving you an example.
Okay.
That hypothetically, it's never going to happen. Sam's out there debating or something. That happens to Sam. What are you doing, Johnny, in that shoes? Because are you just going to wait till they haul him off and then grab the chair that Sam was sitting on, put it by the wall, and grab the camera like everything's okay? This entire thing.
That would be Mark's job. Grab the camera is Mark's job.
It's
the only thing I can think of. Okay, is that the most benevolent explanation for that? You know, the most generous explanation is that he was trying to get the footage to make sure it got either in the right hands or because he didn't want the whole, the thinking like this is horrific. People don't need to see this.
Yeah, he'd be in prison right now. That's tampering with evidence.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well,
that's the whole thing, dude. The whole crime scene is gone. I mean,
no police, no ambulance.
Yeah,
no, it's never happened in the history of a shooting.
Only Demogard's nipples are getting so hard looking at this. Just thinking about that. No emergency vehicles, destroying of the crime scene.
Police would have swarmed in, guys. This is a college campus.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Well, and you should add too, right, that he goes over and is clearly looking at the footage on the phone and deleting it. I mean, what is he doing there? Strange, man. Strange behavior.
All of it's strange. At least you guys are all on board that the mainstream narrative is all fucked.
Well, that's why I'm saying this kid, if he's even real,
I don't think
he should be out.
Wait, what do you mean? You don't think he exists? Is that what you're saying?
No, I mean,
no. I don't think he's a real culprit. I think he was a plant. I mean, I think, and I'll even
think he's a patsy.
Oh yeah, but you guys know all these conspiracy videos where it's that guy in the crowd doing it under his arm.
Yeah.
But they're doing it over here. It's that guy over there with you see the flag. Yeah. I think all of those patsies were placed there for a reason, so everyone can fight about who did what. In reality,
your warfare.
In reality, it's they were all placed there, right? This was and this is why I say this. They fucked up with the Trump assassination.
Do you think that's real?
No, absolutely not. That's my point. They fucked that up so badly. It was so bad that they're like, we got to do something else.
No, I think those were two different people. Like what Sam says, when they want the job done, they get it done, and they got it done with Charlie Kirk. That shit that happened with Trump was just him trying to win the election.
I'm not trying to get hate on right now. All I know is that I won't even say his name.
You're on this show.
I know, but I won't say his name because when I say something, doesn't mean I'm a believer of it. I want to express what I was told that, and I won't say his name, but film producer that's done even horror movies.
Okay.
He's told me that is the most to him at least, and he's not even conspiratorial minded guy really. And he goes, I know exactly how they pulled this off. They put something under his shirt.
You're saying there's a squib.
In a sense, but it's a different type of squib. He explained it to me. It blew my fucking mind. And he's like, don't repeat this. And I'm like, well, I won't say your name, but I'm going to repeat this.
Yeah. I mean, how can you tell me this good stuff and ask me not to tell people?
And that's the thing he told me is that
as soon as I hang up, I'm going on Telegram.
Yeah. Listen, he told me that it's limited time for the blood. Right, limited unless you have he said the only thing that he can think of is if someone had a natural pot belly where you could fit more blood into it. Right.
Wait. Now,
guys, I'm not saying this happened. I don't want people writing me off. I'm just saying that if there's 10 seconds worth of blood to come out before everything's empty, that would explain why when they're hauling him off and carrying him, because that angle where you see him on, they're getting carried into this, he's getting carried into
right.
There's zero blood dripping. There is zero blood on the guys carrying him. There's no blood on the ground, which is another reason why they would dig up the site the next
That's what Candace Owens just said.
I didn't know that. I don't watch her, but here's the thing. Imagine if we all dude, let's just go the next day, let's go to Utah and look around and see if we can do. There's nothing there to sample because we would all look for blood, right? And even if it's a concrete pillar or something, a blood stain, we know what blood stains will look like. But if it wasn't real blood, it could be sampled and outed, or it could just be viewed as, what the fuck is this shit on the ground?
So you think he's alive though, right?
I don't know, man. And that's the thing. I'm not even trying to be the buffoon that's like, yo, he faked his death. I have no idea. But the entire thing looks insane to me to even default to that, right? I'm not trying to be the guy to say he faked his death and he's in Valhalla Island right now.
Valhalla!
But at the same time, and then you got the real conspiracy theorist, which I'll call them out, is that it was a hologram, right? And I'm like, all right.
Okay, that is almost too far for me. Dude.
Well, that's that thing that they're saying. I don't agree. I'm just telling you. The big fucking giant looking camera, the one that they quickly took down, is because it's pointed. It's projecting Charlie. And at some point in some point in the debate, he went down for something or grabbed something, and then apparently he went into the tunnel. And the projector zapped him. I don't believe that at all.
What?
I don't believe that at all.
Because there's a tunnel. There's supposed to be like
there is a tunnel.
Yeah.
It's huge too. It's a big one. It's
Hold
like
on. You're saying Charlie Kirk was there. You're saying you're not saying this. You're saying what people are saying.
Yeah, I'm not saying this. No, yeah,
Charlie Kirk was there. Goes under for some reason. Hologram comes back up.
And again, I don't think that happened at all.
That's a real.
I'll give that 1%, but
I mean, it's on the table, but it's not.
That'd be crazy. What if they
on
mixed
the
up the
table?
hologram?
But the one thing that I will give them in their corner, at least, whether it be a projector or AI or anything, is that fucking chair that falls through the table. It's just fucking you guys saw that the chair legs just go through the table.
That is definitely weird.
That is
weird. Definitely weird.
So they're kind of holding on to that in their conspiracy realm with this. And there's some pretty popular people.
I'm not against it. Everything's on the table. Everything's on the table.
Does this set up Erica Kirk for one day to run for presidency?
I don't know, bro. All this stuff's coming out about her. Yeah, that's it. Look at that, Johnny. I want you to explain it.
Yeah, that's so weird, man.
That's bizarre.
It's.
I mean, it looks like it was shot on a potato. Yeah, that's
I always say that. To me, that's on purpose, Johnny. They don't want 4K.
Nonlinear warfare.
Yep.
Yeah, and everybody's got 4K on their phone now. Literally everyone.
Think about all the college students that are there. They're already.
Where are all the angles?
They're always filming.
Where are all the angles?
There's nothing, man. It's like it blows my mind.
You're telling me nobody yelled "World Star" one time?
With respect to the patsy, though, I think the best kind of patsy is someone who thinks they did it, and I think he probably thinks he did it.
No, he's saying he didn't do it. Why wouldn't he say he did it?
Okay.
All these other guys, if you look at the guy who shot Lennon, he's like, yeah, I don't know why I did it.
What about the guy that shot the CEO? The guy that shot that CEO of that big tech or big corporation.
Luigi Mangione.
And they had the whole like a motion picture. He's walking in an orange jumpsuit. Like, I forgot his name, but you guys know what I'm talking about. The guy that went up and shot it on CCTV.
Yeah.
His whole ordeal of like him in the orange jumpsuit and like it's like a movie. It's
well, when he turned around, that did not look like Luigi. No. That looked like some Euro, like much older guy. Yeah. And then they conveniently find him in a McDonald's. So this gets in to the movie Weapons, right? And spoiler alert, we're not gonna go too deep into it. But it's basically the idea of MK Ultra fucking turning people into killers based on witchcraft and sorcery, which is
great film, by the way. Highly recommend it.
I'm going to watch it. I watched a breakdown of it, but Joey was on
before you watched the movie. That's
because I don't like scary movies. I go, why am I trying to scare myself? I'm like, creepy. I live in LA. I could drive down the street and see fucking death and destruction. Why do I need to be fake scared?
You love going on Hollywood safaris.
I'm going to start doing them again. I'm not leaving my house enough to go experience life. I got to get out there and just talk some shit. But here's the thing.
Well, do that if you move to Texas, please.
I really want to move to Texas, especially now that California.
You'll enjoy it.
Guys, you see this bill that they might pass in Cali? $5,000 fine for hate speech.
Yeah. No.
Who gets to decide what hate speech is?
Yeah, you know who it is. Power bottoms.
Governor Newsom.
I mean, dude, that guy's like, I'm going to run. I just passed a law where a stranger can come and just take your kid. It's legal. Yay. Make me president. Fuck you, dude.
God, I don't miss that state at all, man.
I would be out of here tomorrow if I could. But that's the whole thing, dude. It's like, I mean, we go into Mark Chapman, who's like, constantly getting on the phone with somebody whispering something to him, going on these elaborate travels around the world when he didn't have any money.
It's unbelievable.
Lee Harvey Oswald had the same bizarre travel, experiences where, in the Soviet Union and everything. It's clearly an agent of some government.
Well, do you think we're gonna get a trial? Do you think this guy's gonna commit suicide? Do you think
no?
We're ever gonna...
I think it is way past that. I'm really amazed.
If you think he walks, there's a 0% chance of him walking. I'm telling you.
I don't know, dude.
Zero. I do. I'm
Richard Jewell got blamed for everything, and it turned out he didn't do it, and he walked.
0% chance.
Okay, I'm just telling you, dude. It's so obvious that it's not the story.
They'll kill him. They'll kill him before
I think they would have already done that. I think it's way past that. I think it's way.
You think it's out of their capability to kill him?
Well, if you kill him, then the story ends. But we're past him.
Sounds like we're living on a movie right now. What's the end of the script?
We're way past this guy. Like nobody thinks his kid did it anymore, except for bots on Twitter. Dude, now we're getting handguns and fucking.
I'm telling you, man, you don't interact with enough regular people.
Our guys doing fart guns.
And did you guys realize that these people that are being pinned, like the guy with the underarm and that guy over there, those are the guys that run up to him?
Yeah.
Do you realize that? Look at the people that are kind of being
blamed. No, 100%. How about the guy? How about the guy that's at Charlie Kirk's event is also the guy who looks exactly like he's at Donald Trump's event.
Yeah, with the glasses. Yeah.
Yeah. It looks like the same motherfucking
that's
guy.
What I'm trying to say. They fucked up on the Trump one and they had to do this. And I'll even go as far as saying that this whole last 3 weeks of his life that he was turning on Israel, I think that's another thing that they plant.
Interesting.
For more divisiveness, for more who did it and all this stuff.
Okay. So obviously it wasn't the kid. So what was it? Israel, CIA,
sounds like
if he's dead. Nobody. Yeah, if he's dead, I would assume that Mossad and the CIA have something to do with it. Obviously, I'm not dumb, but at the same time, if he's not dead, they also have something to do with this. This is for me, it's a Masonic ritual overall. It reminds me of George Floyd in so many ways. Just the Masonic ritualness there with the Freemasonic rings. And the I don't know, man, like up to the eulogy, when Erica did the eulogy, I still kind of was believing the official narrative to a certain extent. I'm pretty wise to know.
So crazy that you would believe anybody.
No. Meaning, hold on, let me clarify. Meaning, to a certain extent, I just assumed, obviously, someone shot him. Obviously, I knew there's going to be more to it. This is a grand scheme, a grand theater of politics, and there's going to be a reason for it. We're going to look more into it. But when me and the wife sat there and watched the first eulogy, the one that was the next day, I mean, I looked at her within 2 minutes, and she's just like, what the fuck's going on? I'm like, dude, this is weird. I was kind of preparing to be a little, not emotional. I didn't even watch Charlie, but to get a sense of like, man, this is going to be brutal to watch. I just buried my brother a couple weeks ago. And
I'm sorry, dude.
Oh no, man.
45 years old, obesity. It's sad, but the point, the reason I brought that up is because his best friend is a alpha male, looks like The Rock. I mean, he's, I love this guy, Eric, and he had to go up and do a speech, right? He couldn't get through the first sentence, man. And he's fucking crying, losing it. She just saw him get murdered the day before. Yeah. And she's up there smirking and blah, blah, blah. And then she grabs her napkin and goes like this. You're in 4K. Nothing's coming out of your eyes to wipe. Why do you have to wipe nothing?
She really held it together. Yeah, I mean, it was... I felt
it threw me and my wife off. Like, my wife's a realist, and she's like, "There's something wrong. There's something
like
going on."
She's prepared.
And that's when I went back to but that's when I went back to the drawing board. I'm like, okay, let me throw away everything I just learned about this case and look with an unlearned mind, unbiased. Let me look at the shooting, back and forth, this, that. I've seen all these guys running. I'm like, okay, this is a grandmaster psyop. I don't know what to think anymore, but I do know that it's a psyop. And for all the people, all the personalities that have big shows and big podcasts and they're, dedicating it to Charlie Kirk and we miss you and rest in peace, I don't blame them for not looking into it the way we might. It's okay. But they'll judge me before I judge them is what I'm saying. Because they're gonna be like, fuck you, Hibbeler. Why the fuck would you? That's disrespectful. Yeah. That's rude. And I get that, man. But where's Charlie's family? Where's his mother? Where's his sister? Where's anyone? They're not at they're never to be seen. They're not at the fucking WWE funeral that just happened with fireworks. There's nowhere to be found. And to get that many people in a live event and to have that many acts in a live event that quickly, to put that together in a week, that's unheard of. And that doesn't get talked about enough, how unheard of to plan an event that huge with that many acts, that many people, that many speeches. music performance, fireworks. That takes such a long time. It kind of makes me feel like this is planned for months.
I mean, security alone, just getting enough security. You got the president, you got the VP there. Just security alone. How much security do you need for that day? Especially knowing how crazy a couple days were.
Oh, dude, yeah. I mean, if the NSA knows the president's going to be somewhere, they go start interviewing everybody that works there and vet every single person that's going to be in there. So yeah, you're totally right.
Takes a long time to plan something, man. And it's just all these people appeared in this arena. Everything was professionally done. There's no fuck ups. Everyone's got their speech ready. Mark Rubio's speech was the worst. It was what the fuck? Why is he even there? But when I look at it again, if I'm right, and it's just a conspiracy, guys, we're just theorizing. If Charlie's dead, rest in peace. I'm not trying to disrespect anyone or anyone's feelings. But at the same time, if you look at the way all of this was set up, and then if you look at the kind of the symbolism with this Wednesday thing, everything's on a Wednesday now. I don't know if you guys have heard about this. Something with Lady Gaga and the Wednesday thing, and now every Wednesday there's going to be a false flag. And then this was a rumor a month ago, but of course Charlie Kirk gets shot on a Wednesday, and I'm like, well, there might be something to that. If you guys never heard of that, then I can't really explain it. But it has something to do with every Wednesday there's going to be something going on or some shit. I don't fucking. It just so happened that it was on a Wednesday, and I was like, oh, I had just heard something about Wednesdays are going to be fucked up now. But at the same time, we can't put it past that it's a Masonic ritual, man, because it smells like a Masonic ritual to me.
The curious thing is that the longer he's dead, the stronger supporter of Israel he becomes. Have you noticed that? He was on there the other day talking about he was the strongest supporter of Israel. He was always he would write me personal letters about, I mean, like,
he loved it so much. I want to give him 150 million. He said, no, you keep it. You keep
you guys
it.
See the
I just love you too much.
Did you guys see the video of him and Candace? It looked like they were just in a hotel room. And Charlie's talking about how he just met with Netanyahu and that he's a great leader, what a great person, and just going on and on about it. And Candace and I'm like, wait, Candace this doesn't look like it was that old. This looks like a more newer looking Candace who's sitting there through that and kind of, shaking her head agreeing. I'm like, what is going on right now? How is he praising someone like Netanyahu? Okay, I get it. He was pro-Israel, which is probably why he defaulted to never watching his stuff. That's his opinion. Sure, you can do whatever you want. But these last 3-4 weeks of his life where he's going against Israel. And this is the sub-conspiracy of Israel's involved because he was going to turn on them. And they can't have their front man turning on him. So they took him out. Granted, that does make sense if he was dead. I get that. But at the same time, man, it seems so phony to me that like out of nowhere he turns. And I think it's like something they throw in the pot of this whole psyop where now you can't say anything else because here's a new conspiracy that Israel took him out. And they all knew their people are going to run with that conspiracy. Everyone's turning on Israel. So it's kind of like a perfect recipe to go, Charlie, you got to do this. But the next couple of weeks, you got to put some seeds in there in your interviews that you're not for Israel anymore.
Isn't that covering up anything Jeffrey Epstein for, the last 2-3 weeks? And didn't they pass something? They didn't pass something where they weren't going to release the files. So, that's like the perfect cover up. We're super distracted because getting you away.
Everything's a cover up for everything. It starts out with Jimmy Kimmel getting canceled for a weekend. For a weekend. Dude, you got 4 days off. Dude, they're just these libtards are such idiots. Making videos.
He got put in the penalty box. That's what it was.
Wasn't Kimmel on the list?
What?
The leaked one. Jimmy Kimmel was on the
list. Yeah,
100%.
100%. Yeah. And then, I made a video that like you can't get mad at Jimmy Kimmel getting canceled when you were okay with Alex Jones and Tucker Carlson and Roseanne and all these guys. Where were you then? But it starts with Jimmy Kimmel as a psyop getting canceled, and you just go all the way down, and it ends with fucking satanic pedophiles are trying to bring on the end of fucking day so the Messiah comes and kills everybody. That's literally the deepest of all of it. They're trying to get everybody to hate Israel. They're trying to get everybody to hate Israel. So
do you know why, in my opinion? Do you know why, in my opinion? It's because it's in their holy books that everyone has to turn on the Jew for the third temple and the anti whatever that is. So it's like That's why I look at it as they planted this thing with Charlie was turning on him to get more of the masses involved.
Yeah.
Maybe Israel did this, and they start opening their mind to Israel's bad, Jews are bad, whatever, all this shit. And it makes no sense to me because this was something 5 years ago. You get your whole channel would be taken down if you say Jew or Israel. It was the most censored thing for all my life. I knew about this Israel and Talmud and all this stuff for over 10 years, but I also knew that I can't talk about it. Even Rockfin, I think I had Eric Dubé on, and he was just giving his opinion on World War II and all this stuff. And this was like a new thing for me. I didn't even know any of this stuff at that time necessarily, but Rockfin took my show down for it. So that's when I quickly learned, oh, this is not a topic that we can discuss. Okay, nothing I can do about it. This is a very censored topic, even more than like talking about vaccines and COVID on YouTube. It seemed that way. But now I can't open my X or my Instagram without Jews this, Jews that, Talmud this, Israel.
Yep.
There's no more censorship. So
Yep.
that leads me to believe they want everyone to turn on Israel now so they could build the third temple, because it's literally in their book that everyone's got to turn on the Jew for them to rule the world.
Yeah.
And I know I have Jews on my phone I'm friends with. Dave Weiss is one of them. Dave Weiss agrees with me that this is something that is
100%.
What did you think of him on Sam Hyde? Did you watch any of that?
I did watch that. Yeah,
That was kind of wild.
Sam Hyde's a character, man.
Yeah,
obviously.
that was crazy, dude.
Dave did a better job than me. I kind of, there's some points that Sam Hyde was saying stuff that I probably would have been like, what the fuck are you saying, dude? I'm sitting right here. What are you doing?
It was just bizarre, dude.
So Dave was professional about it. I
did a very, he really handled himself well.
There's a few times you saw Dave Weiss's face like,
yeah. And in the past, Dave is not like, especially when you first started, he wouldn't
very emotional.
He's evolved for sure.
He has, man. And a lot of people give him shit because, you know, he doesn't every day of his life, he doesn't talk about Israel. But I tell people all the time, go to his X account. He's tweeting stuff about Israel and Jews and stuff like that. You know, once in a while, I get it, but he has a job in the world, and his job is to wake people up that NASA's lying to you, and he does the greatest job at it, in my opinion. He's woken up the most people to the realization of our stationary plane, guys. I mean, I give him credit for that all the time. He's even now talking to schools, literal schools, like fifth grade, sixth grade, seventh grade, eighth grade. The teachers are emailing Dave Weiss to say, we're going to put you on the Jumbotron or the screen. Sorry, Jumbotron, the screen here. And the kids are all blurred out in the dark, but they raise their hand and ask questions. And he's teaching these kids, and these kids are waking up, man. And these teachers, I give them credit, because they could probably lose their job. A lot of it's private, meaning there's no school name, the teacher's name. It's very low key in the dark where no one's going to get fired or in trouble. But he's talking to a lot of schools right now, which I think is phenomenal. And you know, no one's pressing him because he's making more sense than the fucking school book, obviously.
It's crazy, dude.
It is, man. And again, for the people that think that, you know, Charlie Kirk got shot in the neck and they hate me for saying what I said, I get where you're coming from, man, but at the same time, take a step back, know that this world is nothing but psyops, false flags, and theater because you can't think logically with your emotions high. And that's why, you know, the first day of this, first few days of this event, I couldn't talk about this with anyone. I felt like they'd fucking delete my phone number and block me on X, you know? So I just I said, I'm going to give this time. And now as time's gone on, I'm starting to see more people and more videos all over the place, even some blue check marks that are like, there's some more to
Release Tyler Robinson. Johnny, fucking put that tweet I just sent you. Put it up. This is more crazy shit.
Oh, God.
Oh, shit. Where are we going?
More crazy.
I get extra.
Oh, is this that card again?
Yeah, look at it though.
Okay, this is Homeland Security News posted "Enough is Enough" on September 10th.
Yep.
Look at it. Look at the picture they posted too.
Yep.
Look at that.
So crazy.
That's so crazy.
But what is U.S. Homeland Security News? I don't think that's an official government outlet.
Look how many followers it's got.
It just says U.S. Homeland Security News with updates
Johnny.
about. Well, I just don't. I mean, what is?
It's still crazy. All right. Johnny ruins all the fun. Johnny
Yeah, I don't think that's an
ruined all
official.
the fun.
That's just for
Oh
music.
yeah, because it would have a gray one by it. And we lost Hibbeler.
No, he's still there.
Is he?
Well, I see his videos,
Oh,
but
yeah, he's
I don't
frozen.
believe he can hear us or see us.
He's frozen.
He runs that account, U.S. Homeland Security News. He didn't want to be.
Oh shit.
He didn't
Oh
want his
shit.
spot blown up.
Well, Hibbeler did a great job.
Oh wait, I don't know. We lost him. Okay, we fully lost.
I don't know what just happened there, dude. I don't know what just happened there. Okay, hold on.
They found out he was talking about Charlie Kirk's death.
Yeah. So go to climatetrails.com.
Enlightened Network too, wasn't it?
Trails.com. Check it out. It will break it down. You'll know everything. It's the best doc ever. You'll love it. And then Enlightened Network, the Enlightened Network. Check that out. All the links are below. And yeah, that's about it. Let's break down the episode. Hibbeler, Heil Hibbeler. Hibbeler comes in, crushes it. His movies are getting better and better and better. He is Hollywood's worst nightmare.
It's funny, he got cut off at the end. He sent me a text. He was like, right as we started talking about the, what did he say here? What was it we were talking about right at the end? He was like, I got cut off right as I, oh God, I can't find the text now. But yeah, he got cut off right as, where in the shit did it go? There it is. He said, so weird. As soon as we brought up enough is enough, my internet shut off completely, he said.
Yeah, I'm with you, dude. My phone's been really weird. You know,
your phone, your cell phone?
Yeah, my cell phone. The calls haven't been clear at all. It's been really weird lately.
Well, I got a weird call from somebody, and because Apple now screens your phone calls for you in iOS 26, and it was like, please leave your name after the tone. It said Sam Tripoli, but it wasn't you.
What the fuck?
Whoa!
It was really strange. It just,
AI.
Yeah. Well, I'm not. I mean, it didn't even sound like you. It was just somebody. It was obviously another human calling me saying they were Sam Tripoli. So I don't know. It's really weird.
Maybe my dad called you.
No, it was a younger person. It might have been someone who sometimes people who listen to the show manage to find my phone number somehow.
Well, we love them. We love them, dude. Yeah, I mean, like, you have to understand they're coming after us. That's what they do. They just come after us at every level, from our food, our drink. Like, dude, how is Bill Gates walk the world, dude? How does he just allowed to walk around?
Because most people think he is an old guy who, wrote some computer programs in the 90s and made a lot of money. That's what most people think of that guy.
Dude, at all. I just don't get it. Hibbeler's the man, dude. I thought he had a great episode. I think his production's amazing.
Yes.
And I just don't know why nobody cares. That's the hardest part of this all. Why doesn't anyone care?
It's one of the ones that kind of scare me, because if it's real, which it is, what do you do about it? Like you said, like if their elites don't care about themselves, what do you do about it? What are you going to wear a mask?
That's a great question. What do you do?
Yep.
What do you do? We show up at these fucking city council meetings and demand action.
Yeah, that's funny. That was an interesting point that he brings up, because they are doing something legislatively, but then that requires you to have some kind of faith that the government can even do anything about this. You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah.
Also, it's interesting. I looked up the thing about the state not controlling height, a certain height, and there's some debate about whether that's true. I will say, I would like to see someone who's done more research than I have into that talk about it.
Because when you buy a house, they tell you that you only own so much of it, right?
Well, yeah, but that's not ownership is different than regulation. Like if you're like a state, like I don't know. There's some debate about it.
I don't know if this has anything to do with it, but the John Wayne Airport over there in Irvine?
Yeah.
Well, I guess that airplane, they have to go up steeper, faster. So the noise complaints from the people that live in Irvine. So I'm just wondering if that's a restriction.
Well, they do that in LA too. That's why they go out over the water instead of, because it'd be quicker just to go out over the city, but they go out over the water so that when they're taking off, it's over not over.
Right. That makes sense.
Yeah. It was also for safety reasons, obviously, too, so they don't crash, because you're most likely to crash taking off and landing, and they don't want people.
Well, there was like a famous Mexican singer, I think, who went flying for the first time, crashed their plane, died.
For the first time? That's sad.
Fuck that. Why are you doing that?
Like, what's his name? Like,
Bill Burr.
Bill Burr, yeah.
Helicopters.
Yeah, I mean, just like, and then you got XG's friend who's going to apply for a job so he can spray us and make all of us gay. So XG, when you're down there slobbing knob, you can blame your friend for spraying the sky.
Hey, but it's a serious. I mean, I don't know, Johnny. I mean, one of my friends literally loves to fly, and he says it's so fucking expensive. So I can see him doing like this job where he doesn't really know what he's spraying just to be able to fly in a weird kind of way. Because I mean, that shit's pricey. If you don't have a plane to be able to be let you fly a plane, I don't know.
Sounds like a great person. He would just poison people just so he could fly a little. That's really.
But that's what I mean. If you act dumb like you don't know, oh, I don't know, I'm just flying. You know, I just love the aspect of flying. It's my hobby, and I do it.
Pedro sounds like an asshole. XG, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry. The guy that wants to spray me gay, no, thank you.
Spray me gay. That's
spray me gay. How dare you spray me gay, dude?
Oh, real easy. Just not on him.
You spray me gay. Anyways, guys, great show. Hope you guys enjoyed.